What is good? What is good? All right, so you guys should be able to hear me now. We are about to get started with yet another trading day. Let me give me one quick second here and we'll jump right into the markets and what we're expecting for today. So we'll be trading my Top Step Combine account. Let's pull up OBS here. I know it just got a little dark. So give me one second. All right, there we go. Turn our studio mode off, and then we'll dive right into these markets. All right. This looks like it'll be all right. All right. So we're taking a look at Nas here. Now, as I mentioned to you guys, actually, I'm gonna put it on this screen because it's so much easier for me to see on this screen. I need to get a new key light. My key light currently is not working. Actually, I could just open up these blinds. That should make it a little brighter in here. Because I need these accounts. All right, so let's actually get talking about what we're looking for today here in the market. So I'll be looking. We had the 9:30 open. We have news coming here shortly. So what do we see here on the 4-hour time frame? On the 4-hour time frame, we can see that price is in fact bullish. We are reaching some kind of key resistance level here, but price is overall bullish, right? Now, what do we see happening on the smaller time frame? We got to dial down here to now the smaller time frame to see what we have. Now we have this gap here, and I told you guys I'm inclined to this gap getting filled. Let me turn down the brightness on my camera though, because super overexposed there. There we go. It's chocolatey goodness. So, and you guys gotta excuse me, my nose has been a little stuffy today. So, what am I looking for? Well, price created a new high by creating this high here after we broke through this level. We got to dial down to the smaller time frame to really see what's going on. Now, what is going on this smaller time? Despite us being in a relative bullish trend, price did come down here and create a new lower high or a lower low. So price was in this bullish wave. I'm trying to find my tools here. Created a high, created a low, created a new high, low, high, low, high, low, high. We just broke through that level. Now we could see a potential correction and then a continuation to the downside. Now, why do I want to see something like this happen? Well, simply because we have this huge gap to the downside and we're coming to a level of resistance here on a larger time frame. Now, price will need to show a smaller time frame confirmation of this move. Because within this 15-minute time frame, price is still bullish. So I'm not looking to fight against that bullish trend. Price is in a still relative bullish trend based on this 15-minute time frame. So we have some news coming out here in a second. Let's actually take a look at what that is and what will be released. Let's go up a little bit brighter here. There we go, so you guys can see me a little bit better. So give me 1 second. Let's see if we can get my FX book up here. All right. So bear with me. It's been a while. All right. So you guys should be able to see my FX book. We have PMI data being released here in the next 7 minutes, which I believe will add volume into the markets, and that's exactly why, and that's exactly what I plan on capitalizing on, is the volume following PMI. So we got 7 more minutes here before we can look to begin potential entries And that's just what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a relatively easy day. Gonna look to continue in the direction of the trend, which is currently bullish. So we will we shall see how she runs. Let's go back to trading view. And this is my Top Step funded account. You can see is a fresh account. Just passed this account on Friday, and we'll be looking to trade this thing up. Okay, so look, we're getting a move higher. So price is in fact confirming that we are still in this bullish trend. And now we'll just be looking simply for buy moves, or continuation buy moves on the next 4 hour candle. Should be a pretty simple day. No cap. So let me turn this on. Yeah, we're getting a steeper move up. That looks beautiful. Make sure I'm logged into all of my accounts here so that we are ready to get active when the time comes. There we go. Get my camera right here. Okay, so I got all of my accounts, most all of my accounts loaded up. Let me just load up this last account on this phone here. Trading Express funded. Let's actually log out of this one. How do I log out? How I log out, gang?
What?
Trade of 8. Oh, okay, here we go. We're gonna go to, so what I'm gonna be trading today is my Funder Pro account, Top Step account, and Take Profit Trader. I'm gonna be looking to make about 1500 1490 on the top, or on the Take Profit Trader account. The Top Step account doesn't have a limit, so we'll just be looking to hold the Take Profit, and then likewise with the Funder Pro account as well. So I'm just trying to log into it here. Let's see. Log in. Just get my passwords and stuff. And then this one here. Bet. Alright, so now we're all loaded up and we're ready to go. So we'll just be looking for the continuation of this buys coming into the session open. You can see we just had that creation of that high, correction, and then a continuation. We just got to wait for the news to drop here in the next 5 minutes. But this 1 minute key area looks good for a possible buy. So 5 minutes until the next the news is released, and then we could be looking to potentially scale into moves here. What we'll do is we'll just target the high. So if we can get a correction back down, counter to push into this level, we go up here, we break the high. That's what I'll look to scale into. And then if price, like if it just goes without us and it just goes to break this high here, and we push steeper up, whenever it comes back down, we'll look to, scale in for that continuation based move. Because I mean, it's really simple. It's just prices coming off of 4 hour bullishness. Let's actually take a look at one of my newfound favorite indicators, the FX market sessions. And we can see here, let's go to the smaller time frame. The New York session has just started. Now on this, we can see on the smaller time frame, we can see the high and the low. So what got swept first? So this was the session open. What got swept first? We swept the low first, tapped into a key level of resistance, and now it's likely that we'll go up and sweep the high. So that's what I'll be looking for, is that continuation of that bullish move. Now, what would invalidate this setup here, right? What would invalidate Okay, there we go. The setup is that if price goes and breaks this low here. So if we get a break of this low, then that would in fact invalidate the setup, and we will start to potentially look for our sell positions. Now we're inclined to our buy positions based on where the current volume in the market is, but we do have this gap play here, and when price does go down to fill this gap, we will be executing on that trade. Like, that's just, this is going to be a no-brainer. So once we get that smaller time frame flip, because price doesn't just run up like this, right? We get a push up, we get a correction, and then those impulsive moves that we get in the markets get corrected. Majority gaps get filled. So that's why I was pointing out possible sells. But let's see how this is gonna close here. We got another. I'm waiting for PMI data to be released, so I won't be taking a position likely until probably like 10 o'clock at the start of the new 4-hour candle. Yeah. So this is a fresh funded account. We're gonna look to set it off right. Gonna look to set it off right. Pull up OBS. Boom. Yeah, so now we just got to be patient. So we're going to sit here and we're going to wait this out until it's time to go. So I'll update you guys in a second. The buys were literally perfect off of this level. And you can see it's just simple market structure. So obviously I wouldn't have executed on this. Why? Because we have news that was released at that time. So we can expect some type of liquidity grab. But what did price do? All it did was sweep this low here. You see how this candle has no bottom wick? Swept that area, tapped into the key zone, immediately pushed to what would be the target profit, which would be at this high here, right? So it's just a simple market structure move. Price has been creating higher highs and higher lows. We just created a new high. Price, with the spike of that news, came down, tested into our key demand zone, and then broke the high. That would have been a very, very fast trade. Not likely something I would have took, obviously, because we're waiting for the news to release. But in a normal market structure, I would have just took buys right off of this 1 minute candle right here. So if we didn't have any news today, I would have just likely taken buys right off this area. We probably wouldn't have gotten this liquidity grab like that, or in that form of a sweep and then a target back of this high for a nice 1 to 2.5 risk or 1 to 2.25 risk to reward. So what just happened? We just had an impulsive move to the upside that created for a new high, confirming that price is still in a bullish trend. So like I said, we just got this high get created. If we get a correction back down into these areas right here, then that's when I'll look to take my buy position. So what we're going to have to do is wait for price to go ahead, create this high, close above these levels up here. As it's doing, come back down, give us a retest, show our candle confirmation within this area, and then we'll look to take buys just to target whatever the high is that's created. Very, very simple move. Very, very simple. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, so we'll be waiting. And for those of you that are in the VIP, I'll be sending out this setup here to you guys shortly. So give me 1 second. Gonna look for buy positions here. Target of the high. Move this here. This is here. This is here. And then this will be TP zone. Copy link. Boom. All right, so those of you who aren't in the VIP, I send out, all of my analysis into the VIP, letting people know, what it is that I'm expecting, in the markets. Oh, and be sure, if you guys want to get funded and you want to join the VIP, you can join in the link down in the description. Basically, I'll be sending all of my analysis, and then we'll start up our VIP sessions, our weekend VIP sessions. As we get more members into our group, we'll have those collective sessions, and then you'll also be able to join the VIP chat to communicate with other community or other traders in this community, in our community, shall I say. I'm just sending this out, so that's why I'm frazzle brained. Let's see. Price closed as a bullish candle, so price is still bullish. I need to see a bearish corrective structure form before we look to take our positions. All right. So the trade setup has just been sent to our VIP members so that they can, basically understand what it is that I'm looking for going into today's trading session. Now, this isn't coincidental. Like the previous weekly closed bullish, right? We closed bullish on the previous weekly, previous daily closed bullish, 4 hours showing bullish structure, in the smaller time frame on the 1 hour. You can see in the 15-minute, the 30-minute are all confirming that price is still in a bullish structure. So at no point am I looking for sales, right? We're only looking for a continuation of the buys. And how we're going to do it is we're going to drop down to the smaller time frame and scale in for the continuation. You can see price had the opening session sweep of our lows for the session open. What do we have happen after that? A sweep of the highs. What did I tell you guys that was going to happen? It's likely that we get a continuation. Price came down into our level. The only reason why we didn't take this first entry is because we had to wait for news to be released. News got released. Price actually formed a liquidity grab below this level, tapping into this zone and swiping this low here, and then began to push up, breaking these highs, right? So what am I looking for? How I plan to capitalize? Well, I need to see a correction form. We get a correction to form and then a creation of a new high. We just got to be patient for that correction to form here on this smaller time frame, and making sure that we align with the larger time frame. You can see that 15-minute candle had closed bullish. Price immediately started to buy up in alignment with the creation of the change of character. So what do I mean by a change of character? When did price switch from being in a bearish wave to back into a bullish wave? Because we were creating higher highs and higher lows within this area here, right? But then at some point we began to create a lower low right here. Once this low got broken, we created a lower low. Why? Because this was the start of the push that broke for this high here. So price is now in a bearish trend. We created a low, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then we had that lower high get broken, right? This was our sweep, our opening range sweep here. Then price showed us our change of character. I like to call it a change of trend direction. That's all it is a change in trend direction. What happened? We retested back into that demand zone, and then price pushed up. And so that confirms that we are in a bullish trend and remain in a bullish trend with the break of this high here. So, it's just really price action, being able to really read price action, especially in the session time. Now, what you can use is this indicator that I use, the FX market sessions, and go back and test it. I have mine set for the past 100 sessions. So you can see the past 100 sessions and just the volume in each session. The move that we caught on Friday to actually pass the account, it happened the same exact way. What did I see happen on a smaller time frame? And it was based in a larger time frame move. Okay, on the smaller time frame, we were creating lower lows and lower highs within this area, right? Price, and let me set an alert for where we're at currently so that I can be notified. Make sure we don't miss it. Actually, I got it up on this other account here so I can see it. But I'm gonna break down the move. Okay, we didn't get a correction form. Tons and tons of volume, so we just have to be patient. But let's go back to Friday's move, right? Because we did the same exact thing Friday. What happened Friday? This was our opening range here. Price shows you the opening range. What happened? What got swept first? The low got swept. All right, boom. Price is creating lower lows and lower highs within this market structure, right? We're creating lower lows and lower highs. Then boom, what happens? We get that sweep of the low in our session time, and then price takes out that high here. We get a correction back down. Where did I take my entry? I actually executed on my position on Friday right in this level here, with price with my stop loss set below this low, and then price to take out this high. And I told everybody that this was based on a larger move, that price could likely retest at the very least on Friday back into these levels here. You can see where my target profit was at, and I actually didn't even hold my trade to that far because it passed my account like within this area here. So this was the overall move though. And what did we see happen? Price went to that area. We formed a change of character, and then because it swept through this low, we created higher highs and higher lows, swept through this low here, and then continue in the direction of the bullish trend throughout the rest of the day. And what are we seeing now? A continuation of that same volume that we seen closing out the week with. So price, remains bullish until it otherwise says. So we're going to just wait for a correction. 10 o'clock candle will be forming here. And now it just becomes being patient, right? Like we just got to sit here. And truthfully told, this is like the worst part for me, is to just sit here and be patient and have to just wait like that. That part sucks, but it's a part of the game. This is what we do. It is what we do and how we do it. So I'm just making sure that this account is up and running here so that I'll be ready at time of entry. And I could use a copy trader and just do this through a copy trader, and it probably would be easier. And I should just actually just look into getting a copy trader realistically, so I don't have to do this. At least for my two futures accounts, I don't mind having the copy trader on my futures accounts, but on my forex account, I don't plan on copy trading. I'll just do that manually. But I'm running out of screens here to be able to execute, so it'll just be easier to copy trade. So what we're going to wait for is an actual 5-minute corrective structure. Like price just has so much volume on this 1-minute time frame. We're not actually going to just wait for this 1-minute correction. We're going to wait for a full-blown 5-minute correction because we just had a 5-minute high get created here. And though price broke through and we see on the smaller time frame that we got a correction, this 5-minute never got a correction, and we will see a correction on the 5-minute time frame. So I want to see some 5-minute candles start to close bearish. We get a 5-minute candle bullish close. I'll scale in from that bullish close following the correction and just look to target whatever the high is. And the further price goes up like this, the bigger the risk to reward on our opportunity will be, depending on if price comes back into our key level. Gold, haven't really looked at gold here. I've really just strictly been trading NAS, but what do we see happening with gold? And this is, me and my brother actually talked about this move last night, about how gold reacted. We wanted to see how gold reacted off of this level here, right? So I took an initial smaller time frame trade entry from the, what time frame was it? Let's see. From the, where was we at? Oh, okay, okay, excuse me. So right here, so this is where price was at. Price had tapped into a resistance level. Then what do we see? We had a change of character form. I actually scaled into an entry within here, set my stops above this high, and then looked for a targeted back down into the take. And it's crazy how this works. The take profit into there, and an overall move. I wanted to see a larger time frame move there. So first take profit was here, and then a larger time frame move there. What happened when price gave me this volume here? Went ahead and moved stops to break even. And this was actually a test trade because I don't trade gold often, but the best times I find to entries on gold are generally during the Asian session, and they are positions that I can hold throughout London and New York. Now, what happened? Price did hit take profit one, and then what do we see happen? A flip happened. We got a creation of a new high. Price corrected, created a new high, corrected, created a new high. Both of these are entries that we could be taking in this level to target these highs, and this level to target these highs, just after that first initial flip. Um, it's just, it's not rocket science. It's more so just price action, and more so the hardest part about it is being able to get the proper entry, being having the discipline to wait for your proper entry, and then the ability to just execute and execute at a high, consistently at a high level. So what do I mean by consistently at a high level? We have a system that we use, right? Execution, and I call it the ace trader method. This is how you can ace every trade. Ace stands for anticipation. So first we need to know what is going on. And this is my alarm. I got a 10 a.m. alarm so that I know when that 4-hour candle close, because I do not want to miss that 4 a.m. or that 4-hour candle close at 10 a.m. So we just got a bullish 4-hour candle close. We'll look for a correction and a continuation. We have so much volume in this current 4-hour candle. 5-minute candle just closed bearish. This is what we want to see. Now I want to see, what do I want to see? A smaller time frame change of character. Looks like we kind of already have it here on the 1 minute, but I want to see price begin to give us a steeper move to the downside. I want to see like 2 or 3 5-minute candles come and give us our move, either to come back into this level here, we get a 5-minute candle bullish closure, or a steeper move back into within these levels here, which would be the best overall entry. 5-minute candle bullish candle closure. We'll look to target this high up here and just continue with that current market structure. So this is a great sign. And why do I anticipate some type of pullback? It might not be this steep of a pullback. Why? Because the 4-hour candle closed with so much volume, right? So that's why we have our two areas. One is a retest entry and one is a demand entry. So this, our retest play, in order to take the retest play, we need to see a smaller time frame change of character. So price needs to go on a 1 minute time frame into a bearish trend and then flip back into a bullish trend. And then we have this 5-minute candle confirmation that we can see that in continuation, basically. At least that's what we want to see in order to be able to execute on this trade. And it's all about taking the highest probability setup. So back to the ace trader method, how we can ace every trade. ACE is an acronym that stands for anticipation, confirmation, and execution. So we need to anticipate. That's what we're doing now. We're on the charts anticipating what our next move is based on the larger time frame. All the signs are confirming bullish, so we're going to be looking for buys. All we're looking to do is scale in for a continuation move at a high probability area, high probability zone. So that's A. We've done A. Now we need to wait for our confirmation. What is the confirmation? I just explained what the confirmation was. So we'll wait for our confirmation, and then E is execution. Now, execution has a lot of different things summed up into it. So execution means that we got in on our position at our key area after we anticipated and saw our confirmation. Of course, that's why it comes third. So we executed on the position, and once we execute on the position, executing properly on the position, when price gives us some volume in our direction, go ahead and moving stops to break even, right? And then once we get to our supply or demand zone, in this case, we'll be tapping into supply, seeing how price closes. Is price rejecting off of this supply and demand zone, or supply zone? Today will be a supply zone. So is price rejecting off of this area, or can we see price push through this area? If so, we'll hold for a break of a high. If price begins to reject off that area, we'll go ahead and close out within that supply area. We don't want to give price all of our profits back. And in the future, I'll begin to, like, on personal accounts, more personal accounts, I'll begin to hold trades longer, because like I said, with Friday's move, we could have held this move all day, and at the very least, I thought price would go here, but my initial target was a break of this high. And just even still, these are positions that we can get in at key levels and likely swing in the larger time frame trend, in the direction of the larger time frame trend. It's all market structure. So where are we at on the weekly time frame, right? Price was at a key level of resistance on the weekly time frame. We already had a rejection showing from the previous weekly. The current weekly closed bullish. That area that I got in at was a key low level, and if the previous weekly closed bullish, we could likely see this weekly push bullish, right? And these are extra confirmations to hold in the future, right? We'll look to, and I'll obviously scale out of positions, but getting our smaller time frame positions at a larger time frame area, and just holding to that larger time frame target is going to be super crucial to getting some high risk to reward trades in the future. In trading these funded accounts, I don't want to look to hold too long, so that's why it would be something I would do on a personal account. Plus, you can't hold over a day on any of these futures accounts. Likewise, with some of my forex firms, you can't hold through news, so it wouldn't matter anyway. I wouldn't be able to do it on the fundeds anyway, but something that we will look to implement here. Day trading, but also having swing positions on assets that continue to grow higher, like gold. Once we get to some higher probability levels on gold, taking buys, because gold throughout history just goes up, right? We've just seen gold continue to go up. And I remember trading gold at like 18 something, and we thought 18 was crazy, right? And in the past, 2 years, gold has gone up to, literally in the past year, gold has gone up over $1,000, right? So the price per ounce of gold has gone up over $1,000, and I have been screaming, gold is going to 3,000, gold is going to 3,000. You can see it in the Telegram. Like, you can go to the free Telegram, you can see it, that I've made constant videos saying that gold will be going to 3,000, and it's not stopping at 3,000. Gold will continue to increase higher. These are assets that people, and the real rich people, are investing their money in. This is what they don't hold paper dollars. Your dollars lose money throughout the years because of inflation and the continuing printing of the dollar. So the dollar, in terms of its value standard, will go, like, if you have your money sitting in the bank over a year, let's just take it like this. In the past couple months, the price of eggs has tripled. The price of eggs has tripled. So the 36 count that I would go to the store and get a 36 count of eggs, it used to cost $5 or like 3 something, right? Now it costs, you go to Walmart, it costs $17. That's 3 times the market value in a short span of time. So what the purchasing power of your dollars is, well, at least here in the US, is decreasing, right? And so by keeping your money in the bank, you think, oh, my money is safe, but it's actually losing value. And that's why the rich put their money in assets such as gold, real estate, things like that, hard currency assets, and even crypto. Bitcoin is something huge that I will be looking to invest in, is more and building up my crypto portfolio. I had a pretty sturdy crypto portfolio in the past over the past year, and I began to scale out of my positions, but I will be looking to add more positions in crypto and looking to hold this up. It's all about diversifying your money and diversifying your portfolio. Making money trading and day trading is great, but where do you put that money? If we just take the money and we go spend it, then that doesn't do anything for us, because then we have to make the money again. Essentially, you want to make money trading and then have that money make more money for you in other areas, something that you don't have to actually monitor. And because we have the skill that is trading, we'll be able to identify swing positions and great times to add positions into our, our portfolio, right? We'll have the skill, because all it is price action. So if you can read price action, oh, we come to a key monthly level or a key weekly level that price, can show some resistance off of. Yeah, I'm gonna invest some more money into this asset, right? Because I know throughout time, over the next course of the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, the price of this asset is going to go up, and so will the money that I have invested in it. So we gotta build smart, right? We're all about building. We want to build generational wealth. That's the goal with this here. I don't, a fast car would be cool, big house, all of that, the trips and stuff. That's great, but I want to have something that my kids won't have to work, and not necessarily won't have to work, but they'll have funds. They'll know how to have their money make money, and it that goes into a lot of different streams, right? You like building up my and I'm just telling you some of my own personal goals. So building up my life insurance policy, things like that, that will give me a return on my investments, being able to borrow against it. And I'm not a professional at it, and this is not professional advice. These are just things that I plan to invest my money in as, we continue to make more day trading. It's cool to make money day trading, but divvy it out, split it up. 10% go here, 20% go here, 30% here, 50% there. And how that's just the way it is. So I think I've done enough chatting. Price is retesting into our key levels. This is a good sign. We'll be looking to take some buy positions here shortly. If we get our key confirmation, we're just going to see how price reacts. Let's go to the smaller time frame here. Let's see how price reacts from this level here. I would love a bullish candle close from this level. And then we'll look for a continued position to break through these highs. And then after the conclusion of that, we'll just pretty much call it a day today. Call it a day today. Call it a day today. So got it loaded up here. 1 minute candle is showing a good rejection. Let's look at the 3 minute candle. I don't really take a look at the 3 minute candle. Okay, a rejection candle here from this level. That's nice. Definitely want to see a bullish 5 minute candle close though. Like, I think that'll be the best. If this pushes up too high, we might not even get that, and we might have to see like a flip and then a continuation, because price has nearly tapped into this key level. But let's see how this is gonna look. Let's see what the risk is looking like in terms of volume. So stop loss $450. We'll look to make about 1 to 2 risk to reward on this trade, being that price does close how it apparently looks. And that'll be that. So let's see here. I would actually love if this candle can flip and we get a steeper move into these lows. That would be great. Why? Because I can get a safer entry. Let's say we get a move down here. I can get a safer entry and then a higher risk to reward trade, still with the same target profit in mind. But that might not be what we get here in the next 2 minutes. So let's see. If this flips and goes down deeper, that'll be good. But if not, we'll look to execute based off of. And the smaller time frame is still creating lower lows and lower highs on the 1 minute time frame. That is. And our risk to reward is going to just be determined by where we can actually get our entry at. This 15-minute candle is appearing to close as a bearish candle, which can be a sign that we can get a steeper move to the downside. 30-minute just open relatively, or 1 hour just open. 30 minutes, 17 minutes left. So we'll see. If price just goes and creates another high up here without me within this area, from this area here, I'll just go ahead and wait for another correction based move, because this 5-minute candle looks like it's pretty sturdy here. Let's take a look at the 3-minute again. Yeah, that 3-minute candle looked like it was prime. So in a position like this, if we're not in this position, obviously. I did want to see this move, but I'm not in this position. If I was in this move here, I would already move stops to break even, right? And this would be a risk-free position, and price would go up. We would just anticipate price to continue going up to this high up here. We are not in this move, so I'm waiting for my actual position, because I was looking for a 5-minute candle closure. It looks like we got our 3-minute candle rejection here, and then price just, literally taking off from that point. It would be like $400 risk or profit, so like a 1-to-1 almost. So I just got to be patient. There'll always be opportunities in the markets to capitalize, especially if price goes and sweeps this high. We'll just look for another correction back down to a key level, and then a continuation. That's all it is. All right, so we just got to be patient. Didn't quite tap into this level, but definitely rejected off of. And what it did was a retest play, but not ideally something that I would have wanted to see in terms of this structure, because we got a low, high, broke that. You would have to see that like on the 30-second or something to be able to actually see the market structure. But what's happening is we got now a 15-minute candle wick fill. Looks like we're going to close bullish here. Yep, close bullish on the 15-minute time frame. Let's see if we can get a... It's likely that we just go ahead and break through this high. I got to update the Telegram because price in fact did start to move without us there. So let me see. Oh, that's me. That's me, chat. That's me. That's me, chat. I should be in this move, chat. Why do I say that? Because I have this literal setup sent out to the group, but it just didn't form quite how I needed it to form. So we're just wait for the next move. That's just what we gotta do. That's what we gotta do. If price taps into this level right here, which I don't think is too likely actually, coming off of this 15-minute candle closure, I don't think that's too likely. So let's wait for a break of this high and then a correction and a continuation, and then I'll scale into that move there. We'll look for this updated range and this updated zone to be tapped into. If price begins to run and continue with too much volume at this retest zone, so what we've seen happen is price came to a retest zone, 50% retest, or relative 50% retest, and then we got a bullish 1-minute candle closure right here. This would have been an ideal entry zone, or ideal entry for that 1 to 2 that we were talking about. So now we just gotta wait, gang. We literally just gotta wait and be patient. It is what, 10:17, so there's still a lot of time left in the markets. Lots of time left. And I'm interested to see how price reacts at these highs, right? That's gonna tell us a lot. about the structure. I mean, obviously the 15-minute close bullish, 30-minute looks like it's going to be bullish, and fill this candle wick here. 1 hour, 42 minutes, still has a lot of time. 4 hour candle just opened up, and what we're anticipating is that sweep of that 4 hour candle high. So what did we get? This push down. It was, yeah, that definitely was the entry, guys. For this wave of the move. Because why do I say that? Because that was this 4 hour candle's bottom wick, and now this 4 hour candle has flipped bullish, and now it's going to likely sweep the previous 4 hour candle high, which was all that we wanted to see in terms of our potential move. Now, will price show us a correction back down into this area? If it does give us a correction before breaking this high back into this area, I will look to take a potential buy position um, for that possible continuation. I would just love a pullback back into this area though, these lows. We shall wait and see. I need to have like some music or something here. Yeah. But all accounts are in fact ready. All right, so I gotta update the Telegram because price is just going to straight to that target. Let them know that I did not get this move. That I was looking for a 5-minute candle bullish close. Price went straight to target, man. It's okay because we will get the next one. And what happened is price just never offered a smaller time frame change of character for us to enter off of, right? So we came into this level here. Yes, we did see, this change of character. We had a high get created, price tap into this level of bullish candle close. But I wanted to see this 1 minute time frame go from being in a bearish trend to now being in a bullish trend and give us a correction and then a continuation. That's just not what happened. It would have likely been seen with a 5-minute bullish candle close. We see a bullish candle close and then a steeper pullback from the next 5-minute candle to tap into that area. And that's where I would look to get my entry and then for price to break the high. That's why I was saying I was waiting for a 5-minute candle bullish candle closure. But, we just got so much volume in that 5-minute bullish candle that there was just no opportunity to execute on there. So that's okay. We will get the next one. Friend of mine is currently snapping at trading Nas or trading he's AUDJPY looks like. Yeah, so we just got that high get broken. Let me see. Keyboard had just stopped working. Execute on that position. Will be looking for a continuation play now that the high has been broken. So unfortunate that we weren't able to capitalize on that move there. But you guys see how this market structure works and how price just, we look for where our larger time frame structure is, and we look to capitalize on in the direction of that larger time frame structure. So if price comes back down into this area here, which I'm hoping we'll see, I'll look to execute on buys for that continuation move to break the high yet again. Um, yeah, that's all it'll be. So let's update this market structure. This is right here. This will be our premium zone. And then this, whatever the high is that's created, will be the target. Copy this. Send this into the Telegram. Reading. Yeah. And so how we would have capitalized on it, just that we can walk through our system just in general. After take profit is hit, the first bearish candle to close is where we would look to get out at. We don't want to get out when price is just giving us this volume in our direction of our trend. Um, and just looking to really just get one. I'm unfortunate that this 5 minute candle didn't offer it kind of how we needed it to look. But we're on this 1 minute time frame here, so we're gonna look to capitalize based on the 1 minute time frame once we get our correction. That's what it is. All right. See if we can't get a correction now. Let's see what time is it. 10:25. So 30 minute candle is about to close. This is a good sign. It's a good sign. Possible scaling. Hopefully we can get a pullback back into this premium zone here. Um, Bullish candle closure. We'll look to execute on buys for a continuation of the bullish move. This 5 minute candle doesn't have a top wick on this. It's looking like it's just gonna fill this 5 minutes. So we're just gonna have to wait for yet another 5 minute correction. Like, that's just what it's gotta be. Which is gonna take a little bit more time. This is the reality of trading in the markets, guys. The reality of trading in the markets. So seeing a 5 minute candle close bullet or bearish would be ideal for our possible scaling positions. I'm gonna risk like $1,000 on this account over here when we do get that. Send this in the free Telegram. So for those that are in the free Telegram, you guys just got sent the setup as well. Like I said, if you guys want to join the free Telegram, you can join in the link down in the description. Uh, be sure to enjoy. Oh, let me send this. Friend of mine just had a question on how to on what another friend of mine is looking at. Told him basically just look through all the noise that bro has on his chart, and it's just simple higher highs and higher lows. All right, let's see. 5 minute candle is rejecting here. Like she's not trying to give us a correction or something. Like this 15 minute candle just wants to continue pushing bullish. Or this yeah. We need the bears to step in here so that we can get our corrective structure going, so that we can, make some onions today. Some onions. I don't normally trade live because it's just a lot of sitting here waiting. But I mean, there's so much value that happen in these. Like normally, I'd be playing the game right now. Like until price gives me my correction, so I don't have to sit here and watch it. Watch something. You know what I mean? Just because this can take time. Like last week, we waited on Thursday all day for an entry and just didn't get one. Right, so we just had to call it a day on Thursday. But 5 minute candle close bearish is a great sign. It's a great sign. Let me post this on Instagram. On Instagram, straight flex. So I'm a boom. So I'm going to, start doing this more often. I don't know what that says. But until there's more of y'all in here, I'm gonna continue what I'm doing with no questions being asked. What is this? Let's turn this down though. Getting wiped. See, this is what I mean, man. Like, look at this. We just got wiped. We came in 6th place, but look at, we all shooting, right? But we just don't have no bread. Like, how don't we have no bread? And yet purple made it. Like, getting our bread took, man. That's all that means. Let's go. So much value appreciated. Got in the buy at 20.257 or 275. 20.275. Oh yeah, right in that level. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. I wish I was in that buy area with you. Yeah. Within here is crazy. Like unless you got in with over here, but even still, this is a great entry level as well. Nonetheless, Profits is being made. Profits is being made. And I'll do this more. Hopefully, we'll start. We'll grow the community to where everybody is able to hop on, or not everybody, but these lives will have hundreds, if not thousands, of people on it. Because I literally do this every single day, like the same exact thing. I just don't go live, and there's no reason not to go live. I just don't do it, and I feel like that holds out a lot of value from you guys, where you guys can be learning and getting value from these, and it helps me as well because generally I'm recording these and I'll make content out of it. I gotta record. Well, it'll be on YouTube, so it's whatever. But yeah, so that it helps for me to go through it over and over too, and I'm also my comments when I'm streaming. I don't know why, but when I'm streaming, it's just clear price action, market structure, right? It's just me, the charts, and the market structure. I wouldn't get on stream and do something that I wouldn't recommend. Like, so it helps me too. And so, since you're here, I'm gonna tell you some of my goals, right? So my goals this year, in the next over the next 6 months or 9 months, or really over the next 6 months, though, try to make over $100,000 in confirmed payouts from across multiple different firms, not just any one firm. I'm starting with Top Step. I have a take profit trader and for not Forex Funder Pro accounts as well that I'm looking to pass through and just start that journey off there. I actually took a big step back from funding firms in 2024. I literally just last week, and I'm going to make a video on it. I had another firm that I was funded with for over a year plus, got over $15,000 for payouts. And I hadn't had my accounts over the past year for like, I want to say 9 months out of the year last year. And they just sent me a message about how the firm is shutting down, and they were claiming for the past like 5 months because they migrated all of everybody over again back in November, late November, so like 400K in funding, and I had over $1.6 million in funding that was just snatched due to firms closing down. So I really stopped with trading or buying more funding with firms because it's just like, what's the point if I'm not going to be able to get paid out, or I'm having to fight for payouts and things like that? Like, it's ridiculous. So I switched over to futures and Funder Pro. So I'll be trading futures accounts, funder or prop firm accounts with reputable firms, and I'll make reviews on how the firms perform. I'm loving futures. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing that I wish that I could do with futures that you could do with like Forex firms is just, instead of having contracts, being able to put a specific amount of risk on a trade. Like for this Funder Pro account, I can put $100 on a trade, $1,000 on a trade. It doesn't really matter, and it can have the same stop loss. Like I can have the same stop loss and change how much money I want to risk. But there's just one of those growing pains of having to switch over to what I believe to be a more reliable to trade. So made the switch over to futures early this year. And I like it, especially with having no spreads. Like having no spreads is really clutch. Can't lie. Cannot lie. So we're just waiting. Hopefully this candle closes bearish and not bullish like how it is closing. And it's looking like it's going to reject.
Previous 30 closed bullish.
Previous 30 just closed bullish. Just got word that, okay, that makes a little bit more sense of how we tapped into this area. But I would, at this 15, really, I need this 15-minute candle to close bearish. Let's get ourselves a 15-minute correction, because a 15-minute candle has not formed any bearish candle since that bullish move here. We need to see some type of corrections on that time frame. This will give us a little bit better risk reward move. You can see we got a little retest play going on here, but no structural change of character that we could have executed on. So no move there for me. So when I look for retest plays, I would want to see the 1 minute time frame creating lower lows and lower highs. To confirm to start going from creating higher highs and higher lows to now creating lower lows and lower highs, which we see happening here, right? So we had a high get created, a low, a new high. So this becomes the key low, even though these are just wicks. Price did sweep this high here, and then it broke through this low. So now this is a technical flip here, and we should be able to see a steeper move to the downside. That's what I would anticipate, and then it confirms with the 5 minute time frame. You can see here we got a liquidity grab. This 5 minute candle closed bearish, previous 5 minute candle closed bearish. We want to see this current 5 minute candle close bearish and see if we can't get a steeper move down into the premium zone where we can look to execute on our trade and our position. And then simple target of the high, same thing that we were looking for before. A target of the high once we get that possible position. We'll see here if this 5 minute candle can close bearish, that would be ideal, right? So if we get this 5 minute bearish candle close, that would be ideal for at least another, steeper move to the downside. If price closes as a bullish 5 minute candle, we could see this begin to make a move to the upside, but I would want to see, a key high get broken and then a correction before that. I don't really like buying in based off of volume or just the area alone. There are a lot of times where we get a good rejection like this, and then price can fill this wick down, pushing into our premium zone. So if we go for a retest play, and there's just two plays that I have, or I guess technically three, or there's two types of setups that I look for, whether it's a continuation or a correction. Today we're looking for continuation based trades. Generally, you want to look for a continuation based trade. Sometimes we'll be in a corrective structure market based on, the volume. So we had a ton of volume to the downside. Price is slowly but surely making its way back up. With this move here is what we've seen pretty much all last week, right? We had this initial push down Monday, and then we seen for the rest of the week was in this slow move back up that took the whole week to literally correct the impulsive move that we seen on Monday, right? So price is in a corrective structure wave, but this wave remains a bullish wave as confirmed by the smaller time frame and our current time frame as well. We are in fact still, in this bullish wave. So we're looking for a smaller time frame continuation of a corrective structure. But on the smaller time frame, you can see what is a true correction and what isn't. So this previous 5 minute candle just closed bearish. That was a great sign. This is what we want to see. If this 5 minute candle closes bullish, like right here within this area, this retest play, that'll be a confirmation for me. I'll just go ahead and take an entry from this level. Hopefully we don't get too much volume within the candle, and we can still get a solid risk to reward on the trade. But you can see what happened on this smaller time frame, right? Price created a lower low. It created this low. So we were creating higher highs and higher lows. Then we got that flip that I had mentioned. We got a correction and then a creation of a new low. That's what we want to see. That's what we anticipate. And then what do we see happen to confirm with it? The 5 minute candle closes bearish. And we've seen that, like I said, that steeper move to the downside. So how I told you that I got corrective based trades and continuation based trades. This would have been a corrective based trade, given that it would have given me my, the candle confirmation that I would have liked. I would have liked a sell from this area with a stops, and it would have been more. I would have needed a candle to close more like how, let's see, like this, right? So let's say we get this type of candle, or I guess we're looking for a bearish candle. Price has just been in a bullish market structure, so there was really no dime piece sell positions. But in terms of the candle formation, this is how I would have wanted it to look. And then you look for a correction based sell from this area, and how you would target is just simply targeting the low. But I like to get it on the first flip, right? Why? Because at any point, price can continue in the direction of what the trend is, right? And so our trend on this smaller time frame and what we're looking for is in fact bullish, right? So We don't want to be holding these positions, trying to hold and swing those positions. Those are positions that we get in quickly and we exit quickly as well. And you can see it would have taken all of 2 minutes. The trade I took on Friday took 56 seconds. It was a continuation based trade, and it literally took 56 seconds to hit take profit. I'm pretty sure that's the fastest trade that has hit take profit that I've been actually executed on, or been able to execute on, shall I say. So let's see here. I hope this candle closes bearish. It closed bullish. Let's see how this is going to form. Are we in fact going to get a bullish candle closure? The only reason why I said I hope it closes bearish, because I don't want this bullish candle to be super fat in terms. I would like to be able to squeeze out like a 1 to 2 risk to reward here, which is why I would love for price to come back to my premium zone, which would give me the highest risk to reward. But you know, it's not about what I want to do and what I like. It's about what the market is showing in terms of opportunities. So what would be a confirmation on a retest play for me to take buys? Price breaks this high here, and then we get a correction back up. Why? Because that was the high that broke through this and created this low here. So if we do get a break above this area and then a correction back down into this level here, that's where I'll take my 1 minute buy based off of my confirmation candle. And then we'll look for that continuation to break through the high here. If price just goes and breaks through the high yet again, we're just gonna have to keep waiting for it, and it might just be one of those kind of days where we have these moves where, you know, we see them but we can't quite capitalize on the entry to execute on the move. So it's about being patient here within this area. Patience, Danielson. 36 seconds. And this is why you got to wait for candles to close, because in the last 30 seconds, this whole candle done pulled back, and it could potentially flip. Now, if it closes bullish, this is a great area for a possible buy position, right? We got this risk to reward. Let's go buy. Let's go stop. Let's go stop loss within this level. Take profit up here. Look for like, let's see. It closed bullish, but I don't like to get in on any entry that's going to offer just like a 1-to-1 risk to reward. I want to get more bang for my buck. So if I'm going to put my money at risk, I want to see price, you know, give me that solid confirmation. So what I would like to see from this level, you can see that we rejected off of this high, didn't quite break the high yet. I would love to see this make yet a steeper move down to my premium zone. If we do in fact get a break of the high, then we'll just look to scale in. Previous 5-minute candle did in fact close bullish, so we could see, you know, a 5-minute push up, a correction, and then a continuation on the 1 minute. We'll look to scale in, and then that'll just be, you know, my trade for today. Let's see, do we have any larger time frame areas we can look to target? I mean, yeah, like price could go all the way back up here. Let's go to the 1 hour and see if we got any. Okay, let's see. Let's go into the demand zone, or this supply zone here. Look for a target within these highs. See how price reacts off of this area. Okay, yep. So we got some good targeted high areas. All right, so we just got a break of that high. Now I need to see a correction back into this level here. 1 minute candle, bullish candle closure. And then I look to take buy positions on whatever this is going to go ahead and offer me today. I'm looking to take profit around 2050, 2050, 2500. Yeah, I think that's a great area. Like within this range, anywhere within this range, I think is a great area. Because we could refine this down to even a smaller, you know, time frame key area of resistance. And it's likely, like I said, that we could be beginning to flip into a larger direction trend shift, right? So we could be seeing, price going to break up to these highs. We have yet to get a correction. So when we do, and we will get a correction, like this gap is not just going to stay here, especially following all of this volume that we had happen. And we'll take that correction based trade all the way back down. It'll likely fill back into this level here. Once we do in fact get that move, we have a ton of news this week, so we're expecting volume for the week. But yeah, that area is a great area to be targeting. And like I said, price on the larger time frame could be now flipping into that larger time frame bullish trend. All right, let's see if we can get a pullback here. Very, very choppy market structure and price action. The current 5-minute candle looks absolutely beautiful. It's looking like this is actually going to go and break the high here again, yet again, without us. But just not offering the risk to reward on that 5-minute bullish candle closure that I would have wanted to see for my trade, right? And I'm willing to let this go. Price will be, obviously we get some volume to break even, but I am willing to wait for a slightly better entry confirmation, especially with this 1-minute time frame, with how the 1-minute time frame looks. How volatile the market is, I can definitely see it happening today in New York. Yeah, no, seriously, we have a ton of volume here today, and that's exactly why I'm not looking to force my trades. Like, there's times where I get trades later in session, and if we can, it's literally, I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the session when I had this FX market sessions up, but like, we literally got a sweep of the opening range low, and after we got that sweep, you can see here, this was our opening range. Low got swept, change of character form. Price has never came back since, right? And this was just, we got that high created, new low, new high, new low, new high, new low. Just got another new high. So these are ideal volatile markets. Now the only thing I got to do is capitalize on it, because price is just going literally like a book, creating higher highs and higher lows. Now I have to update the Telegram on yet again on a move that we did not execute on based on this area here. But we will be in on the very next move. Don't you worry, because we didn't get quite a pullback to our premium zone. So this is going to be premium zone. Here. That's the top of it. And then target high. And I'm going to update everybody on the Telegram about what happened just now. Yet again, another 5-minute correction, continuation. It's just a bunch of continuation based trades today, or opportunities, shall I say. Let me pull this up. I'm just very picky in terms of like my risk to reward on my trades, right? That's all it is. I want to be able to look to grasp at least a 1 to 2 risk to reward at my target profit. Anything after my target profit is a bonus in terms of, what I capitalize on and what I get out of the markets. But in terms of when I'm executing on a position, I want to be able to get at least 2 times what I'm going to make. And that's determined based on the market structure. So I'm cool with letting a play like the past 2 plays go, because it wouldn't have offered, the risk to reward that I would have been keen on taking, right? So this 5-minute candle bullish candle closure, we targeted this high here, a 0.5, a negative risk to reward trade. Definitely not taking that. And then this high here, this wouldn't have been a negative risk to reward play. This would have been like a 1-to-1 risk to reward trade, which isn't bad either. It's just not ideal in terms of what I'm looking to capitalize on. But all of these areas, great areas to scale in for this continued bullish move, like what we've seen on the 30-minute. Bullish candle close, pullback, bullish candle close, pullback, bullish candle close. So we got this 30-minute candle close in the next 7 minutes. We close as a bullish candle. We see a pullback, bullish candle close. We scale it, right? It's just gotta give it the ideal entry that I'm looking for, right? This is why I normally play the game while I'm on trading, because sitting here just watching this is so like my mind needs to be stimulated at times, right? I need to be doing something and sitting here in front of hours. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. Living the dream, right? There's nothing else I would rather do. So it's not that I'm complaining about sitting here and having to be patient to wait for a setup. Because, you sit here for hours to make a trade that lasts, 10, 15 minutes that can make more money than doing literally, man. If you can fathom how to scale in trading and how to use firms to your advantage to scale your capital, my goodness. My goodness, the amount of payouts and withdrawals that you can take. And it just, it's not about making a lot of money on a single trade. It's about having a lot of accounts. So once you get one account, scaling up into another account after you get your payout and your profit, and continuing to maintain your accounts. And you'll be able to maintain your accounts by executing on the systems that we use. Like literally executing on this system, you'll be able to not only maintain your account, but you'll be consistently, maintain consistent profitability. Now, there are times that we're going to lose. Now, when are the trades that we are going to lose, and what I'm okay with them, right? This is a part of the system. The only time that we are going to lose a trade is when price creates this high, like how it does. We come into our level, we close bullish, and then we break through that level, right? But what is that? That's when we're getting our change of trend direction. We can see a correction become form, and then a break back of the low, and then we just execute on that. So it's built into my system that when price forms a change of character and we get in, just so happen on the change of character move, and generally there'll be some signs. Sometimes our confirmation candle won't even happen. Price will just push right through that level and we won't even get in that. But there are times where we'll execute on a move at our key level, at our key area, premium zone, and price just, it flips, and that'll be, that's just a change of trend direction. But that is built into the system. So those are the trades that we lose generally, and that's pretty much it. So you guys seen, I posted on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, I posted how I passed this account last week. And kind of my plans on how I plan to scale and grow. And I'll be diving more into my plans here. As we continue to grow, like I'm gonna be trying to scale into 100K in payouts, over $1 million in funding, back above $1 million, actually $2 million in funding. And then how I plan to manage all of that is just literally trading $1 million in capital. So up to $1 million, I'll trade $500 in capital unless I'm at $1 million, leaving accounts aside. And so what I'm going to do is also stack up multiple accounts after reaching that phase, get them passed, because with like Take Profit Trader, I think you can have five funded accounts, but you can have past accounts on standby. So I'll just use those past accounts that I have on standby, or past those accounts that I have on standby, and always have like 2 to 3 accounts on funded, ready to be activated on standby, just in case we ever do lose our accounts. You never know what happens, what could happen. We don't anticipate on losing these accounts. I plan on having these accounts for years and years to come. Granted that the firm is here for years and years to come. So we'll just so that's kind of my plans over the course of the next 6 months, to scale up to $2 million in funding and over 100K in payouts, which is highly doable. So we're getting a 5-minute candle correction. This is what we talked about. 30-minute candle closing bullish. We're starting our 5-minute candle correction here. This candle closed bearish within this. That means we're still closed bullish on the 30-minute time frame. The next one form another 5-minute candle bearish candle close. We get something like it. I would love something like this, right? Where price comes down here. We get our sell candle. Where'd it go? See, what I don't want it to do is just close bullish. That would mean that I would have to wait for a completely different move yet again. So we get, let's say, a bearish candle close on this within the next 1 minute and 45 seconds. Let's say it closes like, if it gives me my thing, let's say it closes like right here. We get something like this to form, and then we get ourselves a bullish candle to close within this area, like these, bullish 5-minute. My drawing is terrible here. I could actually draw it out instead of just doing it like this, but what's the fun in that? So we get a bullish candle close. Doosh, my beautiful bullish candle. I'll look to take my buys from this level. Man, price. This candle's so clean. I thought that was the candle right there. I'm like, oh, look, we done tapped into the level already. I look to take buys. Stops below. Target up here. That's a very beautiful idea, right? Let's see, 30-minute candle still closing bullish, but 5-minute candle gonna close as a bearish candle, so that's a great sign. Then we'll just execute, guys, and then I'm gonna end the stream after we take this trade. I'm only gonna take one trade today. So after my laptop is about to die, but I can't have my let me think, chat. Alright, I gotta turn my camera off real quick. I'm still gonna be here, but I gotta turn my camera off real quick because my laptop is gonna die and I need my laptop. So we gotta unplug the camera. I gotta figure out how to get my camera plugged up. I think I could plug it up through a different way, but we're gonna see. But at the very least, my computer can't die. So we gotta get that going. All right. Let me see. Will it let me? I don't think it's gonna let me hook it up to this. Still execute. Let me see. If it does, this will be clutch. But I don't think it's gonna work. Connect the USB cable to streaming device by presenting. Nope. Okay, so we gotta go camless, guys. We gotta go camless. Because my laptop needs to charge. I'll figure out something for tomorrow. Plus, I actually have a stream layout tomorrow. I tried to get a layout done today. I could not get a layout done in time for the stream. I was able to just do the thumbnail and the intro. So, you guys got a thumbnail and the intro today. Tomorrow, we'll work for the stream outlet layout. So that you guys can see, if I've taken any trades on the day. This is exactly what we want to see, right? Right? This is my drawing right here. This is my drawing. All right. Whoa. What we don't want to do is have our session just connect while we're, about to take our trades. So this is exactly what we want to see. That 30-minute candle close bullish. We want to see this candle form its bottom wick. And then the next 5-minute candle to close bullish. We can go ahead and execute on a position. Hopefully we get that steeper move back down into my premium zone. I'm actually going to send this out to Telegram. This is going to be a new trade. TP1 target. Send this out here. I got what? 3 minutes? Okay. 3 minutes. Gotta be quick, guys. Gotta be quick. Send this to the premium. VIP, let them know that this is what I'm looking for. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. Perfect. So for those of you who don't know, I send out my trades to the VIP group. So for those of you who may not be able to, okay, we tapped into my zone, guys. We tapped into my zone, chat. Super hard. Hopefully this candle closes a bearish candle and we can get a flip. But I send out to them my trades. So if you can't join the sessions, the trades are in setups are sent out. Looking for buys on Nas price. Still hadn't came to my premium level. So no trades executed yet. All right. So they just got that setup sent to them. We just got the premium zone tap into, right? Let's take a look at our 3-minute time frame, because our 3-minute time frame might just go ahead and offer the trade here if the 1 minute doesn't just super reject off of it. 5-minute looks like it's not gonna. Let's see. Keep an eye on this 3-minute. I got my eyes on everything, right, chat? So 3-minute. 3-minute looks like it's gonna go ahead and give the entry with a terrible risk to reward yet again. And see, chat, this candle hasn't closed yet, so we, it's still up in the air on if this is even going to be what we see happen for the 5-minute candle. But this is what makes trading hard. It's not it's not understanding where price is gonna go. It's having the setup that I would be able to execute on when price gets to those key levels. That is what makes trading hard. Seeing it and identifying how to read the charts, that's easy, right? That's easy. Capitalizing on this thing and getting the best setup, right? Because we just seen today 3 times, right? We had a high get created and a correction. A high, not 3 times, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? We had a high get created. After that sweep, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. 4 times it happened, right? Didn't catch one of them. None of them. Seen all of them, right? And it's simply because of just how price formed at these areas that didn't make it a tradable move for myself, right? And that's perfectly okay. That is perfectly okay. It's not ideal, but it is okay. This is the trade-offs for being in the markets. 3-minute candle closes an extremely bullish candle. Yep. High again, getting broken. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna stay on for another 30 minutes or so. So like let's say like 11:45. I'll stay on till 11:45. If we don't have any trade before if we don't have any trade before 11:30, then I'm gonna end the stream there. I'm still gonna execute on the trade off stream. If we do have our position, like we do get an opportunity to execute on one of these moves, God willing, we'll get our entry, however long it may take to wait for it. But I haven't eaten anything, so I'm gonna eat and work on some things that I have planned for you guys content wise, right? So I got a lot of things planned content wise that I want to put out for you guys. I just want to give more value. I really want to build up this community. Like, you guys don't understand how bad I truly just want to build up this community. Help, have and build a team of people who just love doing this. Like, because I really do love doing this. Like, for the most part, except for Def Paid, you feel me? Appreciate you, Def Paid. I just been sitting here talking to myself. You know what I mean? And imagine, having a whole bunch of people on here looking at the markets, asking questions, being able to give value. Because though I'm talking to you guys there's a lot of questions that people have, um, that I, love to answer. Oh, let's show our zone. Because the markets are a lot simpler than people may think, right? Being able to read the markets much easier than you would think. And it's a lot more consistent than you would think as well. So, and I apologize, like I said, for my camera not being up. Um, because my laptop has to charge, and the only other plug I could replace it with is. Oh, wait a minute. I might could. Hold on. Give me a second, chat. Give me a second, chatter. I'm about to see if I can. I have a cord that might be able to work.
Might get one on the 1 minute.
A pullback? Yeah, I'm looking at that thing now for sure. See if I can't get my.
This current 3 minute got no top leg. I mean bottom leg.
Yeah, I see it. The start of the 1 minute, or at least see the 1 minute candle that has no bottom wick. We are going to slap and get active on it as soon as it offers a position. All right, let's see if that works. That still didn't work, chat. I'm so sorry. Let me see. I have a ton of these USB to USB-C cables, and one of them should work. That might just be something we have to tackle tomorrow on how to get the account or the camera back up. Like I said, I'll have my whole stream layout tomorrow. I'll be better prepared. How volatile the market is, yeah. Yeah, so really no tradable move for me today. Like the best move came at the open, right? The first move. And I mean, I guess this move was pretty solid here. I would have loved to see a smaller time frame change of character. So price to create a high, come back down into this level, and then to break the high, which would have been ideal. But there's just so much volume that every time price comes into a premium zone and taps into the premium zone, as you can see with what the last one happened, it just rejects immediately, goes straight to take profit, like straight to the target without giving, a solid entry level that I can, take an entry at. So you might ask, why don't I just take, limit based trades? And for the specific reason that my confirmation adds, more confirmation that price is in fact going to go in my direction. You can get in at a limit at within these areas, but price can push through directly. Like I said, there's some times where we don't get our confirmation candle and price will push directly through an area, right? And so that is the specific reason. And just reducing my exposure to less probability setups. I'm not going to say it's not high probability setup. I haven't forward tested or back tested, limits enough, but I've had enough times where I've lost on limits to know that that's not how I want to execute. And just waiting for that bullish candle confirmation just adds a little bit more. Well, it doesn't add a little bit more. It adds the confidence that price is actually ready, and it shows that price is actually ready to go up, right? So it's like, why not this candle and this candle here? Well, there's two things that I can see off of these candles specifically. One is we hadn't quite tapped into our key resistance, which was here. So that's the first thing. Two, it didn't close as a bullish engulfing. Now, it doesn't have to close as a bullish engulfing, but that is an extra confirmation. And this one, in fact, did close as a bullish engulfing. We just didn't quite get our change of character. All right, let's see, guys. Are we going to, in fact, get our move? Will this be the area that we get our move? update the area here. It's a retest level. It's a retest base play. And just going to continue to go up. 5-minute candle close bullish. We need a 5-minute bearish candle close so we can start to see a correction. We've had 3 of them. The 5-minute just not offering the opportunity, and the 1-minute just not quite closing how we would need it to for us to be able to execute, or at least to feel confident enough to execute. So we got like another 15 minutes on stream, and don't worry, I'll update you guys on the Telegram. So if you're not subscribed or not joined the Telegram, be sure to join the Telegram down below so that you will be updated when I do actually execute on these trades, because we could see a move here soon. So I'm gonna wait for another 5-minute correction and then a continuation base trade. But you guys will have to let me know if you enjoy these lives. Are these something that you guys want to see more of? Bless you. I definitely want to get on here more and, you know, talk the charts with you guys, trade live. I got a friend of mine. He's been learning how to trade, so he's been asking me every morning, what do you see in the markets, things like that. And I asked him today, what does he see? I told him to look at the 4-hour time frame, the 1-hour time frame, and the 15-minute time frame, and tell me what he sees. And he was like, it looks slow on the 4-hour time frame. He said at first, initially this morning, he was like, the 4-hour time frame is bearish, but right now we're in a slow, like bullish push. And I was like, all right, perfect. What do you see on the 1-hour time frame? He like, well, it's creating higher highs and higher lows on the 1 hour. I'm like, all right, perfect. What do you see on the 15? He said, same thing, creating higher highs and higher lows, but it looks weird. And at the time, we were in a relatively choppier market at the time that he had mentioned that. And I was like, perfect. You see, though, that all time frames are confirming bullish despite being in a larger time frame bullish corrective structure. All time frames are confirming bullish. We're looking for buys today. It's that simple. Okay, so we got some lower lows getting created here. It's a good sign. 5-minute candle just closed bearish.
Hey, this gold sale look nice too. I ain't gonna lie on this.
From that level?
On the 3-minute.
What is it at? Oh, it did reject off that level. See, this gold trade was perfect right off that. Well, it didn't go quite to that level, but we had a smaller time frame change of character that form. Guaranteed we had to have. So right here, change of character form. Price created a high, created a low, broke through this low, came back up, and then just continued down. Target would be a continuation based trade of down here. But like I said, you want to see how you react within those supply and demand zones. You see how it rejected off of this area. Still closes a bearish candle, but did reject off that area. Those are things that we like to look out for. Signs to go ahead and take your profits if you're in the markets. Don't want to miss Nas though, so we are dialed back in. Just dial it in here. Make sure we keep that up. So what are we in? We had an impulsive move, a corrective structure. We're going to look for to get in on another impulsive move. All right. 2 hours of waiting, whole bunch of opportunities, no trades captured. yet. No trades captured yet. Keyword. Tons and tons of volume though in the markets here, right? 4 hour candle closed bearish, or 1 hour candle just closed bullish. 13 minutes ago, 4 hour candle just continuing with the bullish volume. Absolutely beautiful. The past couple of 4 hour candles have just not stopped. They've just been buying since Friday, which caused the weekly to close bullish, daily to close bullish, all these things.
Yes, I do. I need a cough drop. Mom texted me and said, "Good morning. Do you need a cough drop?"
Oh, I'm like, how do you? I don't even see nothing in the chat. But yeah, so lots of opportunities just didn't give us, any of our entries yet, and any one of these moves would have just been absolutely perfect, right? Break at a high, break at a high, break at a high, all take profits hit, just not an entry that I capitalize on, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. It's just a part of being a trader in these markets. I have to wait for my setup to give me the risk to reward that I need for the trade, to execute on a trade with the confirmation of the candles that I'll need. So what do we see happen? So what do we just see happen? If price closes as a bullish 5-minute candle in the next 30 seconds here, and we get a 1-minute candle close bullish within this level, especially if it's like a doji type candle, I'll look to take buys for a continuation to break through these highs up here, and that'll be my trade of the day. So, or it's just gonna flip and close, and just break the high without me again. That's always an option as well. I hope that's not what we get, but I mean, at this rate, it's looking like the only thing I can get is that move there. Yeah, 5-minute candle just closed bullish, pushed up immediately. Didn't quite break this high. Let's see if we can get a correction back down, like a steeper move back down into this area. That would be ideal. Yeah, I don't think this is going to hold too much longer. I think we're going to go ahead and push up and just break these highs here. At least that's what I anticipate. Hopefully, let's see. 1-minute candle closing bearish. Correction, steeper correction, question mark, question mark.
I'm taking a sale on gold. Watch this 3-minute breaks this while I'll be entered. Just got activated.
Oh, okay. No, I like that position here. Yeah, I love that position. That was actually beautiful. So he just took a sell on gold right here from this level. I definitely would be stops to breaking. Absolutely beautiful trade setup from this level. Much better trade setup than Nas. This is exactly what I would have wanted to see, right? Come into that area of resistance, a simple key move here for a solid risk to reward trade. Dang, brother, I wish you would have let me know before it was time to actually take a buy or take a sell. Haven't quite broken our high here for Nas. Let's see. Yeah, but this is a solid looking move. I definitely would move. I would be break even here. How you plan to manage this trade, man?
I mean, my stops are above the high, so I'm not moving stops to break even until I see some type of push down.
Type time. All right, so we're tapping into this area here. Let's see how price reacts within this area. Looking for like maybe a 1 to 2 risk to reward trade. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a buy at this level here. Let's see if we can get. Oh, just barely missed my. Sheesh. Hold on.
Were you able to get in?
Hold on. Okay, buy stop set on that one. Okay, so we're in buys on this trade here. Up like 130. Let's go ahead and move stops to break even. I couldn't get it on the other account. So we're going to go ahead and move our stops to break even on this trade. Oh, I think we might have just got taken out. Did we get taken out? Okay, we just got taken out there. Let me see.
Ooh, that man scared the mess out of me.
What are you talking about?
Right here.
Oh. Oh, this is a dude outside. Okay, so break even on that trade, minus like $13. Nothing crazy on that. 5 minute is closing bearish. Swept a high, swept these lows. Let's see if it's going to go ahead and take out this low here. I went on 2 contracts on that one. Let's see. Because now what we could see potentially is a steeper move down. So I'll have to take possible sell positions. For now, a steeper corrective move down. Yeah, we just got a 5 minute bearish candle close. We should see yet a steeper move down from this level. Sweep through this low here, which is why we go ahead and move stops to break even. So every trade I move, once we get volume in the direction of our trend, I go ahead and move stops to break even, right? As soon as we get some volume in the direction, because price should continue up with volume, kind of similar to what we've seen happen with this move here. We should see price continue and just push with volume to the direction of our take profit, like with all these other moves here. We want to see that instant influx in volume, but what happens? If you look at it on the 1 minute, I don't even know if I can go to like the 30-second. Will it let me? Yeah, no, I can't. Okay, so on the 30-second, if you could see it, price created a high. It created this low here. Then it broke through. Wait. Let me rephrase that.
Alright, stops being able to break even.
He said he got stopped. Oh, it just. Wait, what am I looking at here? Okay, so yeah, see, he got his stops to break even on this trade. It's a solid move, brother. It's a solid move. So we had a high get created. We had a low get created here. Lower high, lower low, new high, smaller time frame flip, and then that move to the downside. So you can see by moving stops to break even, I was actually able to save myself a little bit there on like, I want to say like $200, maybe like $200 risk, with just moving stops to break even. This gold setup, looks pretty solid from this level here. You can see it matches with the 5 minute bearish candle closer, and this is what I was looking for all today, right? On Nas, for price to create a low, come back into my key area of resistance, close as a bearish candle, something similar of this, and then look to hold this to the take profit to break through the low. This is a textbook setup and a textbook trade.
So is this not the level I'm supposed to buy off of?
For Nas?
Yeah.
So for Nas, Yes, but it will have to include a 5 minute candle flip, right? So I wouldn't buy unless the 5 minute candle closes as a bullish candle,
Yeah,
as
type
long
of.
as it doesn't break this. Because the
Yeah.
5 minute still remains in a bullish structure. The
Mhm.
1 minute just is now in a bearish structure,
Yep.
with this being the key low down here. So this is the key low. This is the key high. Still target high because it was not broken. So price just flipped from being, in a corrective structure. We thought we were getting a bullish move from this area here, which pushed and broke through these smaller time frame areas. We in fact did not see that happen, and then a steeper move to the downside. But that doesn't mean that price is now we're looking for sales. That doesn't mean we're looking for sales. No, we're still looking for buys. It's just price could be coming down into our premium zone within this area here, which is our key. Right here. But what will we need to see happen? A 5 minute candle close bearish. Now, what will change this 5 minute structure is if we get a break through this low here. Now, if price does in fact break through this low, that does switch the structure on this 5 minute time frame, and we could begin to see, a steeper move to the downside. So first trade of the day, one trade executed, minus 1350. Break even trade, and I was only able to execute it on this one account, so I'm definitely gonna have to add a copy trader so that I can execute on multiple different accounts. And this looks like this is going to be our buy here, right? So I'm gonna get this set up. Let's see if we can get a 5 minute bullish candle close. Like, this rejection off of this current area is absolutely beautiful on the 1 minute. I would just love to see that 5 minute, that larger time frame, 5 minute confirmation with it. Again, like I said, if I don't get my confirmation for my entry, I'm just gonna let this ride out, right? I'm just gonna let it ride out.
It's the real test. Can this break even hold through this 30-minute top wick?
Yeah. I mean, the 30 minute did close bearish. You got a liquidity grab right here. It is if the break even is gonna be able to hold it, but current 5 minute candle doesn't have a bottom wick. I think that you should be good, right? So, like, realistically, your trade should flip right here. Like, we should see a 1 minute candle bearish closure right off of this level here, if price is gonna continue to go down and break through this low.
Took me out of BE.
B.
She about to flip too. I'm already knowing.
Yeah, but just wait for it. I mean, even if she do, you can still scale in on a 1 minute if you.
No, I'm looking at it where it's at right now.
It's just that trade in and of itself got corrected before, which is okay. I wish I could remove these arrows because they kind of like are in the way, low key. And I think you can. I just don't know how to. I'm new to futures. You don't get these on the. Well, I'm not that new to futures, but I haven't delved into it super crazy. Okay, let me see here. Let's go to our 5 minute time frame. Nope, not on gold. NQ 5 minute. All right, so we're gonna look for buys on the 5 minute time frame from these levels. Much calmer trade. I know I said I was gonna end the stream at 11:30, but we're gonna give it let's say 10 more minutes or like 8 more minutes. We're gonna see if the next 5 minute candle is gonna close bullish, so that we can execute on yet another trade. If this doesn't, execute how we wanted to, then we'll look later, potentially up to like 1 o'clock. After 1 o'clock, I'm calling it a day. So any trade that I see after these next, 10 minutes or so, or like 8 minutes or so, I'll I will send to the Telegram. So the VIP, you guys in the VIP, you guys will see, what it is that I'm looking for. Good market structure today in terms of our volume, just not able to really string together a continuation based entry. And you can see that the 1 hour time frame never really formed any corrective structure. We never got any true, correction to capitalize off of. Today just pushed bullish and it just continued to push bullish. Like that's just what the day was. A lot of areas where we could have potentially got entries, but just didn't quite form as the candles that we wanted to see form. So we didn't execute on them because we need a specific type of setup to be able to execute on. I only want to take the best setup, so I'm okay with not taking a trade rather than forcing a trade on a setup that I don't find ideal. I gotta figure out how to get my camera to work tomorrow, or like I know how to get it to work. I'm just trying to figure out like how could I charge my laptop at the same time while having all my screens and my camera connected. Because the only other option I have is to use the camera on my phone. But I can't use that because I need the screen. So I gotta figure out how I can get a copy trader. That'll be today's agenda. Some stream updates and a copy trader. Okay, so pushing into this key area. Let's see how the 5 minute candle closes. And we'll go from there. So 5 more minutes on stream. I hope you guys were able to, though we only executed on one quick break-even trade. I hope you guys were able to understand at least a little bit about market structure and how the markets, move, right? We're getting lower lows and lower highs created on this 1 minute time frame, which is a great sign. Because once we get a 1 minute time frame shift, we can go ahead and execute on a possible position. So we just got that shift. Now let's see a correction back into this area. We see a correction back into this area, doubling with a 5 minute candle bullish closure. That'll be ideal. If this just runs up to this take profit without me right now, we're just getting off. We're just gonna call it a day right there. We're just gonna call it a day right there. So I need to see a correction back into this level. Excuse me. It's likely that we get a sweep of this low here. So this area low. Just because there's no top or there's no bottom wick right there. But I don't think that we will break through this area. And as long as this 5 minute candle can close bullish, that'll be a good sign that we can scale into the next 5. This 5 minute candle looks absolutely atrocious. This is likely to, I'm not going to say it's likely to flip bearish, but this is a ridiculous looking closure if it closes like this. Redonkulous, absolutely redonkulous. You know what I'm saying? So what are we seeing happen? 1 minute candle is forming a possible retest, but we still need the 5 minute candle to close bearish. So we got 3 1 minute candles that at least need to close above this level. Yeah, I didn't think it was likely that it was going to close bullish the way it looked. Like that looked redonkulous the way that bullish candle was looking. But that doesn't mean we can't still close bullish. We just formed a steeper bottom wick. That's more so what I wanted to see, was like a steeper bottom wick to be formed.
This is okay if this candle closes bearish. You get a break of this low, a break of the high, and then a 5 minute candle closing bullish.
Yeah, sweep of the low, sweep of the high, but it's just got to make sure that is if if it breaks the low right here, this near low, if it breaks this low, that flips the structure. Yeah, no, it will, but it flips the structure to being bearish technically on the 5 minute, because this.
Wait, no, it doesn't. What low are you talking about?
The 5 minute candle low right here.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought you were talking about the one right next to it.
Nah, this one. So you said, oh, you're talking about breaking the previous 5 minute candle low.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then yeah. Yeah, sweep the high, sweep the low. Okay, yeah, no, I see what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about this 5 minute low right here, the 5 minute key. I was about to say that flips the structure to bearish, so we would have to wait for another break of a high for us to be in a confirmed bullish. No opportunities in this for myself. Sweep of this low. After this 5 minute candle close, I am definitely going to be wrapping up the stream though. We've been on for what, 2 hours and 15 minutes? I think that's a good day coming back. I mean, not an exciting trading day in terms of capitalizing, but the day is not up. Like I said, I'll still be trading until 1 o'clock. So if I gotta wait all day for my setup, I will, because I want a good setup, right? What a great setup. This 5 minute candle is about to close bearish in the next 1 minute. So that is going to wrap up today's stream. Like I said, and since whoever's here, appreciate you guys for tapping in. I will update the stream, like I said, or update the Telegram. So go to the free Telegram, because I will be updating whether or not I execute on a position or not in the Telegram. And also my daily outlook will be sent out, as well as, any other, updates in the market. So be sure to tap into that. Not ideal for today. Slight break even day. Not, too many opportunities that I would have been able to execute on just based off of my system alone. Yeah, so we'll see how price begins to act within these levels, and I'll update you guys, like I said, on the Telegram.